Okay, let's hope this works. I'm just playing with my new app, my new Zoom, and I thought I'd have a little talk for my Patreons only of my artwork. So this is one I downloaded about all our multiple aspects, all as one, all coming like in different. The arms represent each layer, which each dimension they're coming from, and they all make a whole. So that's that one. Okay, this was Gabriel, and he's like my main go-to archangel. And they aren't feathers, that's light cords coming from them, but because they soften their heart in front of you so you don't get blasted, they put all their light coming out behind them, so they do look like wings if you see them. So that's Gabriel. That's a bigger picture of you and your higher teams all working as you as one. So I'll let you look at that one. I just want to show you my heart and talk about it a little bit. So this is just because it's a man, doesn't matter. As a man was easier to do. This is when your heart's activated to your crown chakra, to your higher team, and you open a portal. That's what it should. That's what it looks like in my inner eye when I'm got my eyes shut. That's when I've stood outside myself to look at me meditating. That's what I see. So, okay, they're just a few of my angels. Okay, I did this one years ago. I did it actually on a canvas with pastels. So the lady is Gaia, and the guy behind is her twin flame, the guardian of the sun, and he's holding her in his arms, but she's filling up the whole picture. I just really love this one, the way they look at each other. So there you go. Oh, this one, I love this one. So let's see if I can zoom in and show you. Oh, I love this new app. So you see, you might miss a lot of stuff. This is your higher self taking you up through the portal in dream time while you're sleeping, up to your light ship. So that's quite good. I might even put this on YouTube. I think it's quite interesting. So, and that's going through the rainbow colours, and purple, and the white purple light is your highest light. So that's how it looks like to me. Everyone else has probably their own visualization, but that's what it looks like when I close my eyes. That's what my third eye looks like in the center, and but surrounding all this is like my is it a diamond shape? But that's what I see. It's like my sleeping conscious self being lifted up by my higher self, and like that. Okay, so this is you in your conscious reality bubble, getting your codes in, and that's what it looks like in another dimension. Okay, this is a triple goddess, so this is the goddess aspect of Sol, our sun, or galactic sun as well. This is the earth energy. This is Gaia and holding her earth energy, and this is the moon energy, and they're like the triple goddesses, and that's the higher feminine aspects. Okay, and that's just that other picture before the bubble. So you can see without the bubble, you're open to anything. But anyway, there you go. I love this. This is my fairy within her own little quantum bubble. Sometimes when you see orbs, they are fairies, but they're in their little protective field, which keeps them in their own dimension. But they're interacting with all the other dimensions. These colours represent different dimensional bands. Okay. This is very hard to see, but this is like another. Is this like an angel? He's got the blue. He's in his reality bubble, and he's just going back into another portal. This is when I did a feel good. I'll zoom in so you can see. So this is what I was watching Phil one day, and this is what I was getting downloaded in visuals as he was doing his video. Sorry, but his heart chakra coming from his higher team, with all the light codes coming in, connecting up here. This is where the point of entry is. This third eye is connecting the crossover point here, but also via his heart, and that's him sending all his codes out. So, and then he asked me later on, I hope it's in here, to do one with his angel stood behind him. So this is Uriel, and he's the guardian of the earth, the male aspect archangel. He looks after the earth. This is what I saw in Dreamtime. So hold on, I'll go back to that one. So this is what I saw in Dreamtime. It's on my Patreon. I went to a future timeline of Earth, a 5D higher aspect, and I could see myself because I looked in a mirror. And I'd put some cream on my eyes that was there and behind my ears, and these peacock feathers like hairs grew out of my own hairs in those colours. So that's what I saw anyway. So this is the guardian of the earth, the male aspect guardian of earth, the male Gaia. Sword of truth coming out. So I don't usually explain my pictures. This is when I did a fill in his 9. All his aspects, and each colour represents a different aspect and a different vibration of him, all connected to his heart and his third eye. But each of those teams are connected to other teams, as you see. Anyway, this is Phil. And it's just going on from the other picture. So you can see his main highest self. And these aren't feathers, as I say, these are light codes coming out his back, and they're all connecting down his channel into his heart, into his third eye, and wrapping down, going into his body. So this artwork's available on my Pixel account. I mean, that's me when I could see, when I went to that Dreamtime 5th dimensional Earthscape. I was in a bubble. I appeared in this high street. But at first I appeared in the normal 3D high street, and I was in my bubble, and then it walked, and the same place was in a higher realm, overlaid on top of the actual 3D Earth. And it was this 5D Earth, and I just saw all the buildings were shining and light, and on the top here, these were like holographic images of panels with light language and codes coming out of it, almost like you see a ticker tape at the top of Times Square, but it was holographic. It was really hard to try and depict that, but that's what I looked like. And I went into this store here, and that's where I put the cream on my face. So this is taken from an actual photograph in the background, and there was light beings, but I tuned into the light beings and these like fairy elementals, and this is how they came to me. This is what they look like. I'll zoom in because you don't get to see them otherwise. So each one is individual little fairy elementals that I saw. But it's overlaid onto an actual photograph that I did. So, and that's on my page, on the actual photograph of these elementals moved by a tree, and I actually managed to get a photograph of the orbs that they were in. So that's fun. Oh, this is Archangel Shamuel. He's gorgeous. He's just the Archangel of abundance of love. And when I'm going to be doing any chats on this Zoom and group chats, he'll probably be sat behind me on a green screen because he sends love codes to everybody, and he's like he sits over my left shoulder all the time. He's gorgeous. I just love him. So these are all my archangels. It's Gabriel. It's Michael. He did want me to put his signature in there. That's Uriel. It's Gabriel again. So, okay, this is an archangel open, or a higher light being in the realm of the void realm, coming in, and he's opening up a portal and sending his energy. So if you went through that portal, you go into wherever he's intending his energy to go into. But he lives, there's lots of them, and they live in the realm of the void, and the void is just complete darkness of nothing. It just feels like a warm bath of love. That's all I can say when I've been there. Okay. And this is like that portal again, but this is how I envision you going through the portal. This is the galactic portal. And people sending their consciousness and going up in dream time, going through into the other side. Because this is like the 3D realm. And that you go through there and you end up in the higher portals. But your higher self will teach you how to get there. Just Gabriel again. This I did for Shelby Taylor. This is how I saw her when she's getting her codes in. And they come down as actual light language through her body. That's what I see. I don't know if you can see this. This is like the hold of the 3D realms and the lower astral holding onto your light body and all the stuff you've not worked on. This represents your earthly karma. And just leave it to burn while you ascend and go into the higher realms. This point here is like the crossover between the 4th dimension and the 3rd dimension into that 5th dimension. You've got to cut your cords and work out this guy here. Don't get rid of him. Work on him. Integrate him and release him. Okay. Archangel Michael. He's just beautiful. This is Raziel, Archangel Raziel. And he came through as a melanin dominant archangel, a very earthly archangel, but also connected to the Sirius B. And he's connected to Africa and the Dogon tribe there. So I don't know these symbols, if anyone can recognize these symbols, but these symbols came through with him. But he looks after Africa, Archangel Raziel. Okay, let's see what's next. This is an elemental, and she's holding light codes and little bubbles, and she's seeding them onto the planet. There was actual, reminds me of she like creates crop circles, and she's putting her codes and a crop circle. The day I actually did, there's a crop circle appeared a few days later with this exact pattern. And she's gorgeous. This is the male energy and the female energy of our particular 3D realm having a little tango. This represents the female goddess of Earth. How I saw her. Okay. This galactic kitty cat represents the feline energy from the Pleiades. Okay, this was Shelby, and she opened up this portal and came through into my dream time, and I saw her. I'm stood back watching her, looking at all the light codes. This is my light stream, and she came through this portal when she did her reconnection session with me. This is what I saw. And she saw these, and when she turned to look at me, she saw my guardian stood behind me with his arms crossed. But this is how I viewed her coming into my dreamtime space. This is my dreamtime space. And this is how I saw merging of timelines, all different Earths, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versions of Earth, all aligned and going through. They've just come through the 3D realm. So the other side of this portal here is the 3D realm through the 4D. And I saw 5 Earths all merged on the same timeline, but they're all different frequencies of a higher, like that would be 5th dimensional, 6th dimensional, 7th dimensional, 8th dimensional, 9th dimensional, and on. That's the light realms of them. When you go through the portal, that's where we can go. So depending on your vibration, you probably jump off and come through onto that one, or that one, or that one, and it's endless, but they're all aligned rather than in our dimension or the parallel Earth. They're all separated by lower dimensions and sideways dimensions. Okay, so this here is the male female, my version of yin yang. I'll zoom into the face so you can see what I'm talking about. This is my own personal aspect of me, my female and my male integrated as one. But he's always looking over my right shoulder, me keeping this side clear for me. Plus I've got all my guardians behind me and in my streams, but this is me facing forward and he's always watching my side, watching my right side. Okay, and that's that, a bigger version of that. That needs no explanation. That's me in the void, looking at the galactic sun portal coming through of this dimension, this universe. When I've astral travelled, and it's easy to put yourself in a bubble. Okay, this is where Earth is up here, and her grid, and she's been knocked into this third dimension, fourth dimension. These are portal stargates if you're astral travelling. This will zoom you into that dimension. You can go into that, and you can, by intent, appear in any of these higher realms. This is a dark lower realm as well. So anyway, it's changed. So this is an old version of it when I asked my team, where am I from and how do I get to, this is like a portal map, and this is represented in flat 2D thing, but it's actually 5 dimensions to this, but for drawing purposes I had to do it like that. That's a quick map. And that's how it evolved. I looked at it 3 years later, and this is Earth. This is the grid system of lower 3D Earth, 4D Earth, and that is Earth in the middle. With her broadcasting stations, there are actual 2 moons that are hidden, and 1 moon that's broadcasting to Saturn there, which is also in our lock system, but broadcasting, these reference broadcasting, and it's in a lock system. But you need to know how to get out of this system to join the rest of the system. Okay, that's my group, New Light, if you want to search for me. Okay, and I think I shall pause that there. And I hope you enjoy this little video explanation. I was just going to do it for my patrons, but my team will say share this to YouTube. Okay, thank you. Bye.